SPY, everybody's baby. The one that's been going sideways for about 30 days, right? So we got, zoom out here, let's zoom out. So we have 2020 and 2021 uptrend. Then you break into 2022, you start seeing this downtrend. And then this 2023, and you see a break outside of this downtrend from 2022, and you start getting higher highs and higher lows, right? So now that you're seeing higher highs and higher lows, you can see that we've been trending sideways for about a month, and now we're starting to form a pennant over here. So today, if you look at this, you could see pretty much what's going on here, right? So it came from all the way up here, traded down, traded up, bull flag, came up, tested this area again. Now you started getting confluence, like, okay, a line from here to here, right? Then this line could have been like this, and then you can see, okay, it bounced here, came up, bounced here. We're basically forming a pennant, right? Came down here and bounced, came back inside. So because it came back inside, now this is the new line, right? So now that you see this new line, you can see that today we actually came from the top of this pennant to the bottom, and then right here we saw a reversal in the 5-minute chart, right? You saw this big buying here, and we didn't quite get to the bottom, but you saw this buying here, and if you have an entry pattern, you probably would have entered here. Then you sideways action here, another pop to the top, came back down, retested this box, and then we popped out of the box again. So we basically held the bid for the day. Does that mean SPY is bullish? Well, if you look at it, so we're gonna start on the daily chart here, and we're gonna look at bullish ideas. We have MU here. MU had a big move today. You can see that it had this downtrend. It broke out. Now we're going sideways. We have this pennant here forming this little pattern, right? So you can see that we traded up to the top of the pattern. So tomorrow we're gonna see if we get continuation and actually have a breakout here out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this 6th attempt, right? So this is the 6th attempt at this breakout. Or are we gonna retrace back down to here, and then we could see a reversal on the smaller time frame, take a trade from here to the top, hoping to anticipate this breakout, right? So after this breakout, we pretty much have some room all the way up to here, right? This $72 area. So it's important that you recognize that today was a massive move into resistance. So now we're looking for a retracement or a breakout. So we have MU. Now we have Wayfair. So if you take a look at Wayfair, Wayfair also had this downtrend, and now we're going sideways. We had earnings. Earnings were pretty good, judging by the price action here. So if we zoom in, you can see that now we're pulling back, which is when you want to get involved. So earnings came out, we went up, pulled back. Now we're looking for some bullish action. This one can go basically from here up to this resistance here, and then from there we have some room to the top of here. So if you go into the smaller time frame, you can have a better analogy of what you can plan on doing. So downtrend, sideways, and now we're looking for this break here. So tomorrow we can take it from 37 all the way up to 40, and then if it breaks above 40, we have room all the way up to this next resistance of 48. So this is pretty much good risk to reward. It's important that you recognize though that we are going sideways, so it's not a full-blown bullish stock like GE, right? So GE is the next one on our list, and if you can tell, GE has been going up for months now, and now we finally broke and we're going sideways, and it basically has room. If we go out to the weekly chart, you can see that it has room here, right? So GE is a pretty bullish stock, and it's pretty much been going up for like the last 3-4 months. And we still have room to go all the way to this resistance of 121. But we finally are going a little bit sideways to catch a break so that we can get involved, right? So if you look back to this 1 hour chart, we're going up, we broke, and now we're in this range. So we're looking for this break of 102, right? Call it 103, so that we can take this for more bullish momentum. right? GE is extremely bullish. Now we have snow over here, right? So I'm gonna clear this chart, remove drawings, and if we go to the daily, you can see that it's a little bit of a mess, right? But we also have sideways action here. So we have this top to bottom right here, and we basically broke. So now we have the box here, and this will be the bottom and the top, right? So what we're looking for in snow is a break of this resistance at 177. And once we break 177, we basically have room from 177 all the way up to this 198 area, right? The next bullish stock on my list is Meta. And I'm going over the ones that have had the most bullish action. I'm going to clear the chart here, remove. And now we're going into the day. So if you notice, Meta's been extremely bullish. So we have this downtrend here, right? Then we have this sideways action right here. And now we have this bullish momentum. So now we can actually do this. And now that it broke above this box, we can go like this. And we can see that now we're going sideways, looking for that next push to the upside, right? So it gapped up, earnings, had good earnings. Now we're going sideways. Facebook has been revamped with its advertising, so it's a good play. Now we see that we retraced, right? Earnings, you usually look for a retracement. When the retracement gets to a little bit of buying, now you're looking for an entry pattern, right? If you have any of those. Everybody should have entry patterns. They should know what they're looking for. And right here, you can see that we're starting to get higher. So if you go to this 1 hour chart, you can pretty much see that Meta is a bullish stock. You see this retracement here. We're making higher highs and higher lows. So now we're looking for a break of this resistance right here, 240, and possibly get up to this 243 area. And then if we break that, we can see more upside in Meta, right? We have Nvidia. Nvidia is also trending up. We always start with the day chart. Let's go back to the day chart. And now we see this price action here, right? So we have the top. So right here. Boom. So right here, right? And then we had the box here. And we had the box here. Then we came back in the box, and then we had more bullish momentum. Now that we came out of the box and we have bullish momentum, we can also draw another uptrend here. Right here, like this. Here. So now we're looking for this resistance back here to break, right? 290. And then with the next resistance would be 324 over here. So if you go down to the hour chart, you could probably see this better. So now we're starting to get a little pattern over here, right? And you can see that this resistance is the pretty strong resistance here. So I would like to see it over 292. And then after 292, we can start getting involved with this stock as well. So the important thing that you recognize is that trends are important because they bounce. And then resistance is important because you need to know your risk to reward, right? Now let's go to bearish plays. So some of the bearish plays I'm looking at is Qualcomm, right? So you see Qualcomm here, but we're not really bearish right now because it's so far away from this downtrend that we're probably going to get a retracement all the way up to here for the next move down, or for the break, and then we're going to go sideways and then start going up, right? So these are like the steps of what stocks do, and it's very repetitive. And the more you get familiar with it, the more you know what you're looking for, the more you know how to set up risk to reward, you can pretty much start having consistency just by doing the right thing, right? So then you have a cat, see, also coming down. Now we're at a standstill here. So if I draw some kind of box right here, you can see that we're kind of at a standstill. So this is like a big support area for CAT, and it looks like it wants to break out because it's hugging this downtrend right here. Normally you see something like this where it hits the trend and immediately sells off, but right now we're not seeing that in CAT. So if you go to the daily chart, now we want to take a look at the volume and see if something interesting is happening. Not much right here. We have earnings. Earnings seemed like it was pretty bullish, so that might actually stop this stock from going down, right? And then we can see a breakout, and then we need confirmation to go to the upside. So now we have Moderna, daily chart, downtrend, sideways. So this is the sideways action for Moderna. Now you can see here, this is the top of the box, the bottom of the box right here. So we're all the way at the bottom of this box. So this has been a good support for Moderna, right? Now, is the stock bullish? Not yet, but we are going sideways, so it's more neutral. And now we can look at the daily chart and see, it looks like earnings wasn't that bad, right? We had 2 green days after earnings, and now we're looking for a reversal here. So you can take this trade from the bottom of this box to the top, but it's not a bullish idea. So instead of risking, for example, if you risk $1,000 per trade, you might want to risk like anywhere from 100 to 300, because we're not completely bullish yet, right? You can see that we came here, came all the way up, and then sold off again. That could very well happen again. In order for us to be bullish, we want to see us break outside this sideways action. We have Marathon here, right? Petroleum, Airbnb. If you have any more questions, you can always reach out, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Oh, wait, let's go over SPY, right? SPY, everybody's baby. The one that's been going sideways for about 30 days, right? So we got, zoom out here, let's zoom out. So we have 2020 and 2021 uptrend. Then you break into 2022, and you start seeing this downtrend, and then this 2023, and you see a break outside of this downtrend from 2022, and you start getting higher highs and higher lows, right? So now that you're seeing higher highs and higher lows, you can see that we've been trending sideways for about a month, and now we're starting to form a pennant over here. So today, if you look at this, you could see pretty much what's going on here, right? So it came from all the way up here, traded down, traded up, bull flag, came up, tested this area again. Now you started getting confluence, like, okay, a line from here to here, right? Then this line could have been like this, and then you can see, okay, it bounced here, came up, bounced here. We're basically forming a pennant, right? Came down here and bounced, came back inside. So because it came back inside, now this is the new line, right? So now that you see this new line, you can see that today we actually came from the top of this pennant to the bottom, and then right here we saw a reversal in the 5-minute chart, right? You saw this big buying here, and we didn't quite get to the bottom, but you saw this buying here, and if you have an entry pattern, you probably would have entered here. Then you sideways action here, another pop to the top, came back down, retested this box, and then we popped out of the box again. So we basically held the bid for the day. Does that mean SPY is bullish? Well, if you look at it, we're still ranging sideways. If you look at the bigger picture, we've been ranging for literally almost a year. But if you look at the smaller time frame, we've been also ranging for like 30 days, right? So now we're looking for a break to get this higher high. We have to get over 418 to make it a higher high. And then after we get over 426, SPY would be bullish again, right? But we're probably going to get a little bit of a retracement. Let's see if we hold a lower high. And we're looking for a break. We're looking for a break. We want to see what SPY is going to do. Tomorrow, they're going to have talks about the recession and the debt ceiling. So that's going to actually probably move the market. So be vigilant. know that tomorrow there's news coming out, which, you know, it's going to coincide with the breakout of this pennant, right? Because news always technically goes along with price action and patterns and stuff like that. But that's it, man. I mean, pay attention, know which way you're trading. Right now it's a little easier to get stock specific, right? And not trade the indices because they've been going sideways. So because of that, that's it, guys. Pay attention, know what you're doing. Reach out to me if you have any questions, leave any comments. Thanks for watching. Until next time, have a good night.